It's another episode of BOI Weekly. This time we're coming to you from Agodi, Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State in southwest Nigeria. And we're here because in 2011, Oyo State government partnered the Bank of Industry. They signed an MOU of 1 billion naira, 500 million naira provided by the Bank of Industry and the other 500 million naira by Oyo State government. These monies have been put together to improve the economy of the state. On this episode of the program, we're going to bring you some of the beneficiaries of that fund. Now, so far, 6 companies have benefited and 77 million naira has been disbursed. We'll bring you some of these companies on this episode of BOI Weekly. We'll begin with Folamore Nigeria Limited. They deal in packaged food and they say they have something special about them. Processing local food crops for preservation and convenient cooking and making them into attractively packaged products is the business of Folamore Nigeria Limited, located at Araromi Estate, Idiakpe in Olorunda Aba Road in Ibadan. Although there are others in this line of business, they pride themselves with some outstanding features.
The 3 products basically are pounded yam flour, beans flour, and wheat flour. The pounded yam flour is made up of yam tubers, which you process into cakes and into that flour something. And our product is 100% yam. It does not have additive, no other thing other than that. And it's quite different from pando yam. Pando yam is quite different from pounded yam flour, no additive. The beans flour is made up of beans, which you process into flour and can be used for akara, can be used for moi and gbegiri. It's highly edible and nourishing. And the wheat flour is made up of wheat, processed, but with additive as recommended by NAFDAC. And the additive is vitamin A, little of vitamin A. And that one can be made, can be used for amala and pap. You see, my last 2 products is as a result of my passion for diabetic patients and those who don't want to have diabetes. They are proteinous food. The only one that is not proteinous that can be is pounded yam, but you still have people who eat it. But when you have these 2, if you want to take care of diabetes or you don't want to have it, because old age people should learn to eat all these proteinous foods. An
ex-customs officer, the managing director, says this is his way of giving back to his community, and his choice of products has a lot to do with the demand of consumers around him. The most interesting line of production seems to be the making of yam into flour.
After cutting the yams to pieces, we steam the yam, not boil. If we boil it, it will absorb a lot of water. But we steam it into cooking level. Then we would allow it to cool down. We will crate it. After crating, then we dry it.
This drying process is actually easier said than done. Heat is made out of coal, which has been connected to the steel-made container. There's a blower which keeps the fire burning.
It blows the heat from that machine. Coal is inside. Then if you see there's a pipe that goes outside, the ashes of the coal moves outside like that. So when we put the coal and heat it up, that blower will blow the heat of that and blow it to dry up. That's just a system to dry the cakes.
Temperature in the pounded yam flour production room can be compared to a steam room for weight loss, and spending a minute in here takes determination.
It's hot, I know, but I have to do a lot of things there, I must confess. One, I have to reduce, because the concept of this building was for packaging of water before. But when the packaging of water becomes every house holds something, so I changed to this concept. And it was because of what I wanted to do that BOI was able to give me money. So I have to remove this one. I have to have a fan exhauster. Then I have to open up that place so that when they are working, at least the heat.
After it's properly dried, which happens at 2 different stages, the yam cake is milled and the flour packaged. While the yam section is active, others are quiet.
I decided that I will not produce 2 items at the same time because they are food items. There may be tendency for one item coming in contact with the other, and this food item. For example, if like I'm producing powdered yam flour now, if I produce wheat or beans flour, at a certain stage they will look alike. Now, if carelessly the staff bring one or the other, you know your final product will not be nice. It's not that you can't eat it, but it's not good. It's not good. So I give one for the other. If I'm like tomorrow now, we are going to produce beans flour. So the issue of powdered flour will be closed for now. But I pray that will be expansion. If we expand, we have the land. Each one can be producing without any interference with the other. But this is a starting point.
Mr. Folusha Olomola is also quick to inform us that all equipment are purchased through the BOI Oyo State Government facility are sourced locally, supplied by SA Addis Nigeria Limited, which is located in Ibadan, Oyo State. Apart from the equipment, the generator and transformer are other evidence of his benefit from the matching fund scheme operational in the state. Even though Folomol is just a few months old, he has faced some challenges in executing his business, and once again calls on the partnership between the Bank of Industry and Oyo State government to help him out.
The first challenge is non-availability of working capital, which according to Bank of Industry is not part of their policy. But fortunately, unfortunately, I can understand with existing companies. This is a new company altogether. So I will confess to you, the little money I spent on raw material, I spent on other materials for packaging, salary of staff since all those days, is my personal gratuity from work. The boss you see outside, I bought it from my gratuity. I diverted all my gratuity to this company because myself and my wife, we have passion for it. So I'm not regretting it. But that is just by the way. The other challenges is government-created challenges. And unless that one is solved, I'm not cursing. I doubt if any SME industry will try. And like I read it in the paper today, if a small-scale, medium-scale industry does not survive, the big something government is trying to support will not survive. And they are killing. One, I will ask my